Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series 03 Gamer Edition Transformers Voyager Class Optimus Prime. And there he is, holding his Energon Battle Axe. It looks like it's not made out of Energon, but at least powered with Energon. This is Escape from Chaos. Never played the game. Shame on me, yes, Transformers fan. Never played this Transformers game, which is in the Prime universe, whatever, but yeah, he definitely looks really cool. I'd say in some ways he's better than the original Deluxe that they reviewed. I used to have him. I do not have him anymore, unfortunately, but he was pretty cool, but definitely smaller because he was Deluxe. And yeah, this is his axe, and there's a couple other things you can do with that. And then, of course, here is his gun in black. Cannot hold it traditionally because gimmick, apparently in the game, their arm would transform into the gun, which, I mean, it's a cool idea. I don't have anything against that. I just wish there was an option for you to have them hold it, or so that another Transformer could hold the gun. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I've heard that apparently it's not as beefy as it was in the game. I mean, he's already beefy enough as it is. But yeah, that's about it for that. Let's go ahead and pull that off. And then before we put his arm back on, so if you want to have the gun on and his arm available, you just plug it into his butt arm, I guess, right there. Looks like a fist is coming out of his butt. Yeah. And then, I mean, it's somewhat noticeable from the front, so it's something you can do, but it's not really necessary and very silly. But it's only this arm that you can do this on. I mean, I guess it's better than having a chance of losing both arms. If you notice, there's a pin going through the whole thing, so this one does not slide off. And then to take off the axe, you just take this off and have this on. Now, one other thing about the axe. Flip it open, and now it's a battle axe. And as per the instructions, you want to just have it with the short haft rather than the long. I guess I don't know exactly what the reasoning behind that is, but hey, that's what it says. You can put it on there if you want. Don't have to. And then you just wiggle that off. And for whatever reason, this also separates. So I guess if you wanted to have this one on instead, you could also do that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and put it back as it's supposed to be. All right, so detail. His head. A lovely head sculpt, very reminiscent to the game. I would say, I would normally be like, yeah, but considering on the box, it's on the side of the box, there's a screenshot of the game. Yes, it is very accurate.
It is on a ball joint. You get a lot of up and down, a decent amount of side to side, wobbly, wibbly wobbly. You can do a full 360, and then the arms go up that far. So, due to his buff nature, his articulation is somewhat hampered, so you can only go out that far. Full 360, but you have to be careful because the arms like to come off of their mushroom peg, which could be solved if this was just, I don't know, a little more complicated in the sense of more parts holding together, but whatever. Bicep rotation, 90-degree bend, just over 90-degree bend at the elbow, and wrist rotation, which is nice. Waist swivel, legs can do the full splits, forward that far, not far back at all, and just over 90-degree bend at the knee. And then he does have ankle tiltage, which would have been nice if it was a pin, because a nice sturdy pin with sturdy plastic, because almost every time I try to turn him back into robot mode, that foot pops off, at least on one side. Anyway, like I said, that's pretty much about it for the robot mode. I mean, there's lovely detailed silver right here, and there's one last thing, of course, that I almost skipped. But yeah, there's lovely orange, really nice detailing. I mean, there is the inside the panels, but it can't really be helped. The bumper looks really nice from here, but the thing is, the original one, I do believe the bumper was up here, can't remember if I folded back, but it'd be nice if this could fold into here, so it's not as, well, I mean, it doesn't really get in the way of articulation, but it is, to me, a little bit of an eyesore. A little kibbly, if that makes any sense.
So yeah, that's about, oh yeah, I almost skipped it again. But you can open up his chest and reveal a matrix of leadership, which was bestowed upon him. Now, it is very G1 matrixy. I'm not sure if that's what it looks like in the game or not, but it is very, very tiny. Like, look, like, a Transformer's hand is supposed to fit through each handle. This looks like it's more meant for a large human or something. But, I mean, they did it so it could fit in his chest, and it might be what it looked like in the show. Not show, game. So I'm not aware. And also, is the prison of Kaon Triptychon? I really don't know. That looks almost like a face. I don't know it's supposed to be anyone's face whatsoever. It just looks really weird. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get down to transformation.
Okay, so transform, pull out the shoulders. Just put his arms out, and then down here, you just want to put his legs together. Although not everything's necessarily going to line up right away, but get his legs put together. Rotate around at the waist. Then going to want to extend this out. Rotate around. Then rotate his chest around. Push his head back if it is already leaning backwards. Flip that forward a bit. Rotate these around. The rest of the way. As you can see, it's going to be a somewhat decently sized truck. Definitely a lot bigger than the original. And then I want to bend that up just to get it out of the way so that you can rotate the arms in and make sure the shoulders are facing inward. And this is where they have this one has a tendency to want to come off. This one, you do this, and you just tab the forearms together. And then this way you start getting into the legs. Flip out, flip down. Rotate his feet in, which since it's nice and flush, is when you try to flip these back for whatever reason. This one almost always wants to pop off, but whatever. It didn't that time, so that's good. And then just rotate the legs back down, and it should just sit over the arms like this. He does have visible hand syndrome in vehicle mode, but this is the Cybertron mode. I don't know what it looks like from the back on the game, so like I said, I haven't played it. But I mean, realistically, you're not going to really be looking at these guys from the rear. But just make sure, just get this pushed in a little bit, just to get it all. Now, of course, for whatever reason, this happens again, but it's not quite lining up. Let's see, but it's not supposed to be perfect like that. It's supposed to be. That looks a little bit better, but so it's a little bit crooked. And then just all this lined up, push this down. Yeah, it's still crooked. Had this happen last time I transformed it. Don't know exactly why that is, but okay, there. Oh yeah, it's no longer crooked, hopefully. And then just slide these in, tabs into there, tabs into here. And he does have in my opinion, well, once you get everything all nice and tabbed into place properly, he does have a fairly clean Cybertron truck mode.
It looks like, because there's not a whole lot of cable. It's mostly smooth paneling. Like I said, the only problem with the robot mode really is that
yeah, it's crooked. Yeah, it's definitely not crooked. I don't know exactly what causes it to do that, because it sits a little too low or something. There we are. Now it's still crooked. Okay, nope. So it's just that this one's not tapping. Other than those problems, it does transform fairly easily.
It's usually when you're trying to do it on camera that it decides to not cooperate. But once you get everything all tapped into place, he does have a nice, sleek Cybertronian truck mode, which doesn't look like it has any place for a person to sit, unless you're saying that this is like the windshield type thing up here, which I mean that could be if it's like an armored vehicle, but honestly Cybertronian doesn't really matter. So as you can see, his vehicle mode looks pretty good, assuming you can get it to cooperate. And this, of course, the only problem is with this isn't a problem, it's just more of, grooves in there that wouldn't normally be there, but that's to allow for there not to be as much back kibble in robot mode. The colors look pretty nice on the colors look pretty nice on the rims and wheels. The only issue really is with the arms just wanting to tab into place properly, as well as this staying tabbed into place. I feel like there is probably a clearance issue with something that isn't apparent in the instructions to allow it to line up properly, but if it isn't aligned just so, it's just not going to stay in place, which is very unfortunate because, like I said, the last couple times I transformed him, it was actually cooperating. This time it's not. But for weapon storage, which is pretty cool, you can put the gun on here. I don't know how guns worked in the vehicle modes of these guys, but let's see, make sure it's orientated properly. But for the vehicle mode, this right here, make sure it's on camera. This right here tabs right into the gun up here, like that. And there you have, I guess, weapon storage on a Cybertronian truck, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's about it for Transformers Studio Series 03 Gamer Edition Transformers Optimus Prime. If you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.